Hola muchachos and muchachoreños, welcome back to a new video, and today it's going to be about the new Arc passive system, which is going to be introduced at the 26th of February, together with the new Hyper Express event and also the new class. This is going to be a massive overhaul of the current progression system in Lost Ark, specifically about how your tier 3 characters, but also lower tier 4 characters will work. That's why today I will try to show it to you and give you a little bit of guidance of how you will interact with the new system. But before we start, as always, please subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content and leave a like at the end of the video. We are getting closer and closer to 1000 subscribers and the support is much appreciated. So before I give you an example on one of my lower alts, let's go through the basics. In short, after this overhaul, you will be able to activate your Arc passive as soon as you reach combat level 50. You can even activate it already in tier 2. However, for the purpose of this video, I'm only focusing on tier 3. So the main points in the future are going to be that accessories are not defining your engravings anymore, but they provide you Enlightment points. Additionally, your armor set bonus will be removed and you gain evolution points instead. The only downside is that you will need legendary books for all your engravings that you are going to equip. But on the plus side, they're relatively cheap right now because most people already have them maxed out, so you will probably don't spend too much gold getting them. But what is much more important, many people will remember this, that getting good accessories was an RNG Fiesta. Or you had to spend a lot of gold in the auction house, but now, with this new system, it will be relatively cheap. So let's have a look at the evolution points. How is it working in the future? As soon as you reach tier 3, and you get the Valtan armor, you will already be provided with 12 evolution points per piece. So on top, you will be able to increase your level of your armor. It's going to be a little bit different than what we had before, but we have to wait until the update drops to be exactly sure how it is. But anyways, per upgrade, you will get 2 more points for your armor. And you upgrade them with the same materials in the past. One is the drops you get in Clown and the other ones from Kajangel. So you can get per piece 16 evolution points maximum, which will end up in a total of 80 points, only by using your armor. Additionally, you can get evolution points per combat level that is exceeding level 50. So it's another 20 points if your character is combat level 70. So in essence, 80 plus 20 is 100, so this is the maximum amount you can get. Here on the right side, you can see how it will look like, obviously in Korean. But if you look here at the bottom, then you can see 16 evolution points per piece. Okay, let's continue with the Enlightenment points. Here we are separating it a little bit, so let's have a look at the accessories first. So the previous accessories you had in tier 3 will be converted automatically with the update into the newer ones. And the new accessories will provide you with 2 random abilities. You can also get new ones and just re-roll them. And these abilities can be everything from weapon power to attack power. There is a table with all the stats in the game, and if you're interested you can just have a look. But again, for the purpose of today's video, I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you're interested, we already have a video about this uploaded as well. So, and as you can see in the screenshot, the necklace provides you with 10 points maximum, and all the other accessories are providing you 9 points. The quality you need is 70 or higher, and then you get the maximum Enlightenment points. If the quality is lower, you will get less Enlightenment points, but you need all of them. And then again, similar to the evolution points, you can get 20 points on top if your combat level is at level 70. So, you also can get Enlightenment points from Collectibles. If you go into the game, you can also press Alt-D. I will show this a little bit later. And then you can see all the different Enlightenment potions you can acquire. But I have them listed out here for you. So, one of them you get by completing Una's task, or let's say the reputation, which is called Unfinished Fight. And this Enlightenment potion will provide you 3 points. On top, you can get in North Kosan by completing the Adventures Tome 70%. You can get another Enlightenment potion, which will also provide you 3 points. There is another one which you can acquire through Blood Claw Fragments, but it's not available in our region yet. It will only come with the introduction of the new continent, and as of today, it is not clear when that will be. So, there is one other one, a big one, but that is again, sadly, a little bit of RNG Fiesta. You have to defeat the field boss in North Kosan. it has a chance of dropping you an Enlightenment potion, which provides you 5 points. There is apparently a pity system in place. I'm not sure if this was confirmed or not, but I think even with the pity system, it was a ridiculous amount of weeks you have to grind it every time it spawns to get the drop guaranteed. So it's very important that you start doing it if you haven't done it yet, and just keep trying to kill that guy. So, last but not least, in terms of theory, your engraving system will also completely change. You're not going to use the engraving support anymore, but as you can see on the right side here, you will be able to choose your engravings in a similar fashion, but it's also going to be one more than it has been in the past. You don't need to choose your class engraving anymore in the engraving section. This has completely changed. And as you know, in the past system, it was like you either had 5, 10 or 15, and then your engraving was full. Now it is somewhat similar. You have it in 4 different steps. So it's either 5, 10, 15, 20, and every 5 books you get a power increase. But if you're trying to go to tier 4, you will definitely need all legendary engravings maxed out, at least the ones you want to use. But relic books are absolutely not needed at this point in the game, not even for the highest content right now. So now you've seen the theory. So how does this look in practice? I have my little baby slayer here prepared, and it's currently sitting at item level 1600. And as you can see, this is like the old accessories, but I'm using the engraving support. If you go to Arc Passive on the bottom left, then you can turn on or turn off your Arc Passive. So now I turn it off, and you see it's the old engraving support. And I can essentially put all the engravings I want to use in here. But if I want to turn it on, currently I don't have enough evolution points. To showcase you guys how this will look like, there is actually one way around, because you can test this in Trixion. So let's quickly drop a visit to Beatrice. So do it to the power of editing. You didn't have to wait 5 minutes to arrive here. When you go to Beatrice, you can talk to her, go to the training grounds. Very important, before you go in, you need to have Arc Passive activated. Otherwise, you will not be able to test it inside. You can't change this inside anymore. So let's go to the training grounds. So now, if you go to character settings and to services, you can now check out your Arc Passive system. So what did we say earlier? With your evolution points, you will get 80 points considering your combat level 50. For my lovely Slayer here, I would go for swiftness. It's pretty straightforward. Up. So on the second line, I'm going for illicit spell. It reduces my mana costs and gives me more damage. And I go for 1 point in limit break. Now you see I've already spent 70 points. So I can only choose 1 more point down here. So for my Slayer specifically, it would not make sense to play like this, because the third line is usually more powerful. So I would remove 10 points from here and put them in here. The only issue is the highest damage increase you actually get by having access to the 4th line. So in this moment, I would need 15 points more. That means you need to be combat level 65 in simple terms. So let's assume you are on 65, then, you can just choose the next point. And the only way to get more evolution points afterwards is by getting to item level 1660 and defeat Aegir and upgrade your armor, because that armor is going to provide you with more evolution points. You, of course, only get a certain amount of materials every week, so slowly but surely you would be able to upgrade all of your armor pieces and then get access to the full 120 evolution points. Next up, Enlightenment points. So these accessories, as you know, provide nothing, but the future ones are going to provide you 46 points. 46 points is absolutely not enough. So now we already used 56 points, and we only activated our class engraving on level 1. That is not really great. Usually you would say you need this on level 3. So how can you bridge this gap? We already established that per combat level you get 1 point. So you can get an additional 20 points to increase your total points to 66 points. But to get to 72 points, which is essentially the ideal outcome, at least as of now, for a lower character, you need 72. So For that, we have to go back to what we've been talking earlier. You need to collect the Enlightenment points from Una's task, and also from the Adventurer's Tome. So it is crucial that you engage in these activities and get the 6 points, because afterwards you have 46 plus the 20 if you're combat level 70, which is also an absolute priority for you, and 6 from these 2 Enlightenment potions. This is providing you with 72. Of course, if you get the Field Boss potion, even better, because this is it provides you with 5, and then you can also start using the side nodes. But let's say you are not level 70 yet and you will only have access to level 2. In total, with all this and the evolution points you have, especially if you are at least combat level 65, you will already be stronger than with the old build. So it's not like you're losing power here. Last but not least is the leap tree, but leap is only available after you reach tier 4. And then there is a quest in South Kozan, which is I think called the Hyper Awakening quests. And after you completed that one, then you're also able to use your leap skill tree. In the beginning, for shorter raids, it is usually advisable to go for your Hyper Awakening skill damage or and for your T skill. But to be honest, it really depends on a little bit of preference, how long the raid is, and your build, etc., etc. So you will always need to check out your specific class. There are really good guides out there on Lost Ark Nexus or on Maxroll where you can see the ideal build for your class. But of course, you can always just experiment a little bit in Trixion. So guys, before we end this video, there is one very important note, because the new update will remove purple books. And for all the purple books you have right now, and also for the purple book selection chests or pouches or whatever they are called, you will get tokens. These tokens you can exchange and you can get legendary books from them. Only 20, but you know, 20 is something. And you can also exchange it versus honing mats and apparently infinite silver. So whenever you get a purple book now, don't destroy it, just keep it, store it in your inventory, in your storage, whatever, and just wait for the update at the 26th. The same is true for accessories. The tier 3 accessories will be converted, and after they are converted, then you should destroy them, because it will provide you with the shards which are needed to re-roll the tier 4 accessories. So also keep them in your storage. It will be super messy, but it's only until the 26th, so just wait 1 week and then you can just destroy them and clean up your inventory. So guys, that's already it. I will put a link in the description where you can find the official patch notes from Korea, which have been released in December. And then you can translate the website and also read a little bit more in detail if you want. But also, if you have some questions, either drop them in the comments, or you can also check us out on our Twitch channel. We are streaming every day except Fridays, starting at 7 p.m. European server time. And yeah, we always try to help new players because, you know, the game is fun and we want to make it exciting for you as well. All that said, give that video a like if it was helpful for you. Subscribe to our channel if you want to see future content, and have a great day. Bye bye.